We've been talking all morning about President Obama and Mitt Romney were having lunch today at the White House.
On election night, the president said he thinks he can work with his Republican opponent to solve the nation's problems. And as Bill Plante reports, those post-election meetings have become somewhat of a tradition. Bill, good morning.
Morning, Nora. Well, you know, harsh words were exchanged during the campaign, but no matter what they're really thinking, the winner and loser of any presidential election now routinely get together for at least a handshake and sometimes a good deal more. It all began after the election of 1960 when President-elect John F. Kennedy paid a call on Richard Nixon in Florida.
That 60 election was razor close and Kennedy barely won. And so that moment when the two of them met, it kind of unified the country.
But it hadn't always been that way. Historian Douglas Brinkley points out that Franklin Roosevelt never invited his predecessor Herbert Hoover to the White House, and that FDR had harsh words for his last opponent.
In 1944, he called Dewey, who he beat, an SOB and didn't want to see his face.
Richard Nixon met Hubert Humphrey after beating him in 1968 and offered him the job of UN ambassador, which Humphrey declined. Bill Clinton dropped in to see President George H.W. Bush after winning the 1992 election, and you would have thought that they had always been the best of friends.
Very, very friendly and very helpful. It was a great meeting.
One topic that never came up in today's meeting, the campaign. No wonder they had such a good time. But things don't always go that well. George W. Bush's meeting with Al Gore in 2000 was notable only for its brevity.
I think in general they're very awkward, but that photo op tells the world really that America's back. It's operating as one united country.
Now, the White House won't say whether the president will ask Romney's help on any particular issue, as he suggested he might on election night. And we won't know anything about the meeting except what they tell us, because the two men will be having lunch alone, and there won't be a chance to ask because there's no press coverage. Charlie, Nora?
Bill Plante, thank you.